I'm Will Forge, and today we will forge. Because I think I have to say it. Well, I don't have to say it, but I figure I'd say it again just because it's a new. It's gonna be on YouTube, so you know. Anyway, okay. So hopefully this works. The recording hopefully is accurate, and you guys are hearing the music, but it's not recording the music. I have no idea if that's actually working because I already did it wrong once. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we're good. Okay. So let's bring this down and bring it up into the ceiling. Alright, so just to see how that looks, what do you guys think? Oh, it's not going all the way to the wall, but we can make it go to the wall in a second. What do you think more of this instead? Then it's got all these pipes and layers and all that kind of stuff, and I think it's a little bit more interesting than the way we had it before. I could even theoretically turn it around instead. I don't know what that arm means. Is that Olaf's arm? Haha, shrug left. Yeah. Now I get it. It looks like Olaf's arm, I'm not gonna lie. From, you know, what do you call it? Frozen? I assume that's what that's from. Unless it's skeleton, can't tell. But yeah. This is how not a Twitch watcher how much of a Twitch watcher I am, you know what I mean? Or am not. Let's see. Double shrug, yeah. Okay, so or full shrug, I guess. Alright, what do you think about this? Does it look any better, or still worse? Or is it worse now? I know the end pieces, you know, it doesn't quite, it's just got this big old block there, and I don't know if that's actually better or worse now. So, The way it was before was only half done too, so it's kind of hard to say. I kind of wish they had like an end piece for these road pieces that would sort of like cap that off, you know, and make it a little bit easier. We had some more people jump into the stream a second ago, but then they seem to have disappeared. Which would have been cool to, you know, say something to them, I suppose. Let's see, I don't know, my interest in Halo's gone out the window, so do whatever you want. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I know. I know it has. Let's see, we're gonna make this a little bit flatter. Because I didn't want it to be so extreme. Then we're gonna go like that. All of these changes. Oh, we don't even have anything there for that. Yeah, we gotta add that on there. All of these changes to the ceiling is making it harder to undo if I decide I don't like it. Let's see, let's see. Let's go to the X value. That's the location. X size. And then we gotta go and actually drag it out. Here we go. I think I either want to make it flush with here, and that would explain the large shape and the protrusion, and that'll be fine. Or I want to make it, or I'm gonna have to add something to smooth it out, so that's what I'm trying to do now. That's not what I want to do. There we go. Let's see. I'm that bored of it. I bought Destiny 1 with all DLC today and was on it for 8 hours straight. I have to go in an hour and a half. Oh wow. You played for 8 hours straight? Nice. Yeah, Destiny 1 is just so good. I actually do. Sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. I actually do prefer Destiny 1 to Destiny 2 so far. I've only played a little bit of Destiny 2, but I saw you tweeting about the same thing earlier. That you on like a thread where someone was asking which one people prefer or whatever, and I'm right there with you. I'm absolutely right there with you. Let's see. So now I gotta make sure that I didn't put anything inside of the ceiling that's now disappeared. So I had this kind of poking out of all directions with the way it was before. I think that if I put it in the middle, I could do the same. And have it kind of coming out like this. As long as I find a place where it doesn't look like it's clipping, it'll look pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. A little more subtle than it was before. Let's see. Even at 30 frames per second, the sensitivity is more responsive than Infinite and Halo 5. Yeah? Well, yeah, I think that one of the problems is actually that... so Destiny 1 was programmed on, you know, with the goal, with the target of 30 frames per second, intentionally. Whereas Halo 5 and Halo, you know, and Halo Infinite are targeting probably 60 frames per second, if not more. But then, because of a bunch of the bugs and stuff like that, they're having trouble. But, like, basically, you know how, you know, older cartoons, you know, what's his name? Noodle did a whole video about this. I don't know if you watch him. But he did a whole video about this where he was talking about how, you know, 24 frames per second in a cartoon is intentional, and it does not improve the video it doesn't improve the show to upscale it with AI to like 60 frames per second or even 30, because the problem is that the frames were hand drawn or made or animated at least to be at that frame rate, so it doesn't actually feel any better. It's not actually any better to increase it. You know what I mean? Like, the characters are hitting the correct pose at each frame that they're supposed to, and therefore, if you increase the frame rate, you don't actually get anything out of it. You know, you don't actually get any actual net gain. The same thing applies to shooters, to video games, is if you try to exceed the 30 frames per second, then you're going to lose, you know, the animation was designed to move along 30 frames. You know, they tuned the timing of attacks and reloads and stuff like that off of 30 frames per second in Destiny 1. So, like, the whole game is going to be built better for 30 frames per second. But on top of that, because they're having bugs because they had like sort of like because the whole engine was built for 30 frames per second, they had to upscale it to 60 in Halo 5 and Infinite. It's not the same thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, let me see. There's an aim acceleration in Destiny, but it's actually done correctly and I can still aim properly. Yeah, Infinite I can't. Instead of 33 milliseconds for controls, it's 60 milliseconds, which is unusual for a 30 frames per second game. Exactly. It's yeah, I just it largely, I think, boils down to them the game being built on Halo Reach's engine, which means that they really are sort of relying on, whoops, that's not what I want to do. I meant to go to the middle. They really are relying on you having 30 frames per second is what I'm saying. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I probably should not adjust this yet. I need to make that the same scale as the opposite side, and then copy it and do that, because that will make it, which is a Y? Yeah, Y. Let's see, so art direction is top notch. Yeah, it is. Destiny was, a bunch of really passionate people being able to finally make a game that they had been like wanting to make for a while, wanting to break out of Halo so they didn't have to make Halo again and all that stuff, and it really shows. You know, they got to make a game they really wanted to make. They were very passionate about it, and they did a ton of really good work. And then Destiny 2 is them trying to recover after escaping Activision, or right before escaping Activision, I forget. But they were trying to recover after a bad deal, and they just couldn't. And honestly, it's like at that point, the passion was gone. They were stuck with a game that probably a lot of the people who were still left at Bungie didn't actually care as much about as the people who were there originally doing Destiny 1, and just everything about it was, you know, this is my interpretation of it, of course. This is not necessarily like fact. But this is my takeaway after having seen enough of the, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to flip it this way. You know, even now it looks solid. I know, It really was really cool. The one thing that really turns me off about Destiny 2 is actually the way that the last city looks. The way it was designed in the first one, where it's just the tower and all that kind of stuff, it's smaller, yeah. So the scale is so much smaller that it's like maybe it feels like, oh, it should be bigger scale. This should be cooler, more extravagant, more awesome. But it doesn't really feel that much better in Destiny 2. In fact, it just kind of feels like nothing. You know what I mean? Let me test your VOD real quick. Oh, okay, yeah. That'd be good. That would be awesome. The one that just recorded, the old one, or the one or is it creating one right now that you're able to test? Because either one would be good to test. Is that an end of a... Yeah, it's the end of a route. Okay, it's supposed to be there, like that. Okay, so honestly, I think that that looks better. I need to make it incorporate into the roof better than it does. Obviously, the lack of it over here, for example, the way it kind of like comes down, curves, and comes down like that. That's got to be sort of like propagated or in some way if I'm going to do this. So I'm gonna try to do another one over here and see if it fits well. Realistically, it should probably come up to here if I'm going to do this. Like, I should line it up here. Turn off snapping, because I don't want that to happen. And see what this looks like. If it doesn't look good over here, then I won't do it here. I could always scale it ever so slightly, but yeah, no, it's clipping into the other one too badly. But having at least something, like over here, would be, I think, of tremendous value. I don't know. Maybe this isn't better. Because the main reason I say that, well, okay, you know what? I'm saying that based off of a lack of texturing. Let's see. So you're good to play. Okay, can confirm no music is playing on current VODs. Awesome, awesome. So you're good to play anything you want. Good, good, good. Because Medieval 2 Total War soundtrack is one of the best things ever made. Okay, we are going to bring back this grime and scratching, but we are going to first get rid of it to see if we can blend it into the ceiling. We got to go with this, okay. Tarp Dark Borderless, what is this? Which region is this? Stonework? Okay, that is the one I was expecting it to be. I'm going to match the concrete of the ceiling, and that may alone make it to where it fits a little better into the, you know, the way it's designed. Concrete raw. We got to get the correct coloring. It is that one, just to remind myself, because I did not remember. It's been so long. Okay. Here we go. Oh, there. If you're looking directly at it, it still feels a little out of place. I'm not sure that this is the way to go. I might have to go back to the way that the ribbed ceiling was before. I don't know. What do you think? Or something else. Like, honestly, something more akin to this might be cool. You know what I need? I have been working on a totally different section of the map. I've been looking at this for so long, and now I'm over to this side, and I'm like, okay, I'm doing all this bad, like loose, weak decisions. I need to come in here and refresh my mind on what we're doing for this side. For this visual side. What are these? Oh, this is the website for those white ones. Yeah, we're gonna put those over there with that one. Okay, here's my curtain wall. I'm gonna need those to stay. But we need more of this. Okay, did I have any more of this anywhere? This is like the white wall, the white room. I might need to start sorting this instead of by source, you know? I might need to sort these into different folders to be based on the visuals we're going for. I think I want to get a little bit of this in with these more the stuff you were pulling from Jedi Fallen Order as our inspiration. Okay, well, I'm not sure what this was all about. I don't remember why I have these up. Oh, this is the Oni stuff, I guess. Let's see. This would be the rat race stuff. I think I was going to have a bit of this kind of inspiration in there, so we'll pull that out and bring it over there too. This is the space station stuff. We'll put that over there because that can be useful. This is literally the layout, but it actually is a layout that has, of that other map, but it has a bit of the art in it, so I can kind of, you know, be inspired by it and draw from it. So I am going to pull this over here. So space stations. Let's see. Okay, since music's set up, can we play Destiny 1 soundtrack? I think that's in here, but I could be wrong. Map's looking great. Have you ever thought of making content under an org? I hadn't. I mean, actually, I hadn't actually thought of that, but I don't know. It might be something that would be pretty cool to do, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to work toward being able to sort of like become enough, you know, monetized or whatever to where I can actually like do this more. Because right now I'm in this nice little area between where, you know, financially I'm able to sort of take a lot of time out of my day to do this, and in a bit that's gonna end, and either I'm gonna be able to keep doing it because it's making me money, or a little bit of money at least, or I'm going to have to stop streaming altogether or start streaming very, very significantly different, like very weekly, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm trying to do that. But if an org can help me toward that, that would be great. I know that would probably mean that the whole group is advertising everything we're doing, so that definitely would get a little better. But yeah, I know for now though I'm trying to beat this competition. I'm trying to get into this competition, beat the end date of this competition, and that means, let's see. Here's my geological layering art. That all needs to be there. Brutalist art. Let's see. So yeah. So the point is that no, I've considered it, but I mean I haven't really considered it, but it might be a good idea. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out what we're doing here. Actually, for the outside of the barracks, this would be kind of cool. I really like that idea. I also was looking at this one and thinking it was cool. But it would definitely be really inexpensive to do these, because they're huge triangles, you know, so that could just be one giant triangle piece set up with the panel, with the concrete paneling, and then this divider here would, like, I could line up this paneling here with the stuff that's up here, but then these being a divider between that and here means that this could have paneling that doesn't 100% line up, you know, with the lines, and I could still get away with it because this big old gap would make it look really cool. That'd also give us a big old window to the outside of the map, which would be kind of cool inside the barracks. But on the outside, mainly I'm just doing the outside of the barracks right now, and this might be pretty cool. Whatever it is though would have to fit with this, where is it, with our cool staircase inspiration that we were going to do. So I'll have to look into that. There's our outdoor. This I'm still keeping around because I want this as inspiration for my walls. That's why I was trying to place down the crane thing. I was thinking the crane might be a good crosshatch here, but I would figure out something for that. I know I'm just talking about, you know, inspiration thing, so I might be losing people, but yeah. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna get back into the actual forging in just a moment. Call me sinful. Asked the question, and then I answered, but hasn't said anything yet. I wonder if he's replying or if he left. I don't know. Okay, I need more of this stuff. Aaron, actually, you're good at finding this stuff. If you want to find some more of the cool, you know, kind of stuff for this, I know this was your aesthetic for a while there. I would love to find some more and use it as inspiration. But like, yeah, I'm gonna put this back over here, and we're gonna go back into forging, but and figure some stuff out. Like we did this based off of that, and I'd love to do some more of that. Let's see. I think, yeah, let's see. I need to find some more. I can't just start yet. I've got to find some more inspiration for this kind of thing to really draw from. Let's see. This is kind of like a cyberpunk, I guess. Cyberpunk ruined city, I suppose. And see if this comes up with anything. This is literally ruined city. No, dystopian city. Dystopian city. That's actually really cool. I like that. Man. And the really cool thing about this is this kind of gives the impression that like the poor people are rising up, because the Eiffel Tower was originally used as like a way of like it was very bourgeoisie, let's just say that. It wasn't like literally bourgeoisie, but it was very that kind of thing. Okay, this is not finding anything either. Yeah, okay, Aaron, if you find stuff, bring it to me. I would love to find it. You find this stuff faster than I do. And, I think I need to just, like, I'll just do Jedi Fallen Order as the sort of starting inspiration. Let's see. City. I know this is totally, like, derivative if I just go to Jedi Fallen Order, but it's not gonna be in the end, because we're gonna go with, okay, it's not coming up with anything city-wise. It's all, like, nonsense. Those I assume those are, like, some of the only, some of the only shots there. We're not doing anything right now, and it's hemorrhaging viewers. I need to do something. Aaron, if you're here, I would love to see some stuff if you want to send it to me, but I've got to start, like, trying stuff. Okay, okay. I'm, like, just meandering and mumbling, and it's probably not getting me anywhere. Let's see. I do want some tech walls over here, but I need them to be more destroyed than this. Is there a tech wall that I could recreate and make, like, a panel that looks like it's busted open? That's what I want to know. If I can make if there's a tech wall like this, like, for example, if I use this in this wall, I could then put an actual panel to the side and have stuff underneath it and, like, make it look like one of these is busted open when it's not, by making one of them theoretically be slightly deeper. If I put them side by side, right, and then I do something like this where I do it just a little bit deeper, see how it gets further and further in? Just enough to where you can't tell it's deeper, but it is. And then that way I can line up a panel with the bottom half, right, or something like that, and then a panel with the top half that are sort of like jagged, and then put something behind them like a whole bunch of flood infestation with these branches, and pull off a good, like, mess that's coming through. Or even use that to be where the infested people are stuck in the wall. I just got back. What are we talking about? Oh, I was talking to you about if you have any more. I was hoping you might be here. Oh, yes, Doom. Here we go. You said you want to do Destiny soundtrack, but yeah, so we can probably do that. But basically, I'm looking for... What do we listen to? Well, we were just doing Medieval 2 Total War. That was what was just playing. Now it's playing Doom. The classic Doom, one of the best soundtracks ever in video games. So I was trying to find some good city images because right now I've got these two, but I'm trying to find some good supports. Like, I don't want to just do this one again, but I really like this support, but I want to do something similar but different. That matches but is different, and I was hoping that you could help me find something like that. I know you've got all these greeblies, which would be really cool, these kinds of things that would be good to draw from, the pipes on the wall and stuff like that, but I'm trying to see if we can get some other stuff that won't be too crazy. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay, so this is currently the original, actual Deep Into the Code song from the original soundtrack. And I know that you aren't super into, like, necessarily listening to the old stuff like that, like straight from the old stuff. So let me go down here and play for you this really awesome remake by Andrew Hulshult. This isn't the same song, but yes, it's gonna be good. These are Jedi Survivor Coruscant. Yeah. So I just need to do... I put Jedi Fallen... Oh, Jedi Survivor. I put Fallen Order. That's a mistake. Survivor. I'll do City just to see if it'll just pull a bunch of different city shots, but Coruscant I'll type in if that's not the case. Didn't work. Coruscant. Just want to make sure I spelled it correctly. Not many other people have taken screenshots like you did, it appears, and posted them to the internet. That's the cave. Yeah. So a lot of these big sky shots, those are cool. These are Jedi Survivor Core, yeah. So, just finding, okay, you know what? I don't know, finding what I'm looking for is really tough. What do I just put? What if I add cyberpunk? Because it's got a lot of characters in here, not just building. Okay. Trying to get like level design stuff to pull from. I don't hate these big ol' struts. Those look pretty cool. I might go for something like that. Alright, let's see. So here's what I was doing just now. Is I was showing how if you do two of these side by side, you can make one of them slightly deeper. You can see how it's like a little bit deeper. And it looks convincingly about the same depth, except for that we're going to add some panels. Like you could just be like, actually, is there like an actual like panel that I could draw from, or will I need to make one? I'll just make one for now. Let's see. I believe one of these has some curved edges. No, never mind. It's in a different folder. Anyway, basically you can make like a panel and then make them look all broken. Maybe use the actual like space panels that are broken. That might be better. But anyway, make it look all broken open and sort of like tilted. And then in the end, it will look like there. You'll see the flood infestation through there. And it'll look like it's, in, you know, something like this that's been busted open. And then we can put something inside there that blocks off that with like a dark color or with like some kind of like flesh tones, like flood infestation. But yeah. Oh, Discord. You're sending him a Discord. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, Kina. What is this? Oh, you know what? Audio from this is probably not playing right now. Bridge of Spirits. Because it's in Discord, it's not being drawn. I need to put it into my actual folder up here. Are you saying you wanted me to play this music? Because I don't mind trying this. Let's pull it up in here. It's got to be in this window for it to play the music. Can you hear this? It's way too loud. Alright, does that work? Can you hear that? So basically, I'm thinking about this for walls. Man, that Call Me Sinful came in, asked a question, then disappeared. And I answered, but they just vanished. And I'm wondering if they, you know. They're asking if I have ever thought of making content under an org. Oh, do they mean like they meant like a Twitch org. I thought they were talking like a group of people. A group of people that do like Forge or something like that, but now I understand. They were just talking about a Twitch org, weren't they? Was that a bot? Maybe it was a bot. Just trying to fish for people to join their org or something. Can you turn it up? Okay. Yeah, I had just turned it down because I wasn't sure how loud it needed to be. Alright, how was that? Let's see. This is kind of what I was thinking, but I think I would be able to make a better version of the panels by grabbing different panels. There are other panels that are in here somewhere that I could grab. In fact, the railing panels might be even better. They would actually be really nice here. But as a proof of concept, I'm just trying to, you know, grab these and put them in here and see what happens. So then if I put the sort of tentacle design there, actually instead of, oop, no, that's not what I wanted. I want to delete that one actually. If I put an environment piece, good game, wish it came to Xbox. This sounds pretty cool, yeah. Let's see. I like this a lot. Reminds me, gosh, why does this remind me of this game for so much? There was an old, let's see, old Duck Ninja video game. I don't remember what this was called. Wait, Donald Duck? No. Wait, Maui Mallard in Cold Shadow? Is that it? Yeah, it is. That's it. This one. This was such a cool game back in the day. I had it on PC. I didn't have it on Super Nintendo. This somehow reminds me of this game. I don't know why. If you've ever played Tak and the Power of Juju, then it's basically that style of game. Okay, I actually haven't, but I've seen it. I remember that one from back in the day. But yeah, biomes. I'm gonna go with terrain. The all-powerful terrain. Is it rugged? Is that the one? Terrain rugged. The very enormous. Okay, what is it doing? I can't seem to... Where is it? Oh, it's up here. Okay. We're going to shrink this down exponentially so we can put it inside of here. Ooh, way too big. And then way... Ooh, god damn it. I meant to do this. Okay, here we go. And then we flatten it. Ooh, I'm not supposed to be rotating by 1. Let's go to this angle. Let's see. Have you ever played that one, that weird duck one I was just talking about? I don't know if you ever heard of it. It was a pretty good one back in the day. Side-scroller platformer, almost Metroidvania, not really. Almost more like Rayman. I don't know, hard to say exactly how to describe it, but yeah. So we can put something like this in here, make it look fleshy, make it look like flood infestation, right? This is just a proof of concept for this, obviously, like I keep saying. Okay, got to go in an hour. Okay. I probably do too, so, you know, it's not a big deal. Why is it not scaling slow? Like, I keep turning... Why is it doing this? This is so weird. Okay. Okay, my scale... It's definitely messing up. You know how usually whenever you press down the left joystick, it actually changes the speed at which it scales things and stuff? It's doing that glitch where it's just not doing anything. We're pressing it down, it's not doing anything. Oh, that's exposing itself too much. Might need to rotate this sideways. Maybe even this way. Gosh. Let's see. PlayStation Showcase, that's a scaling bug introduced with Season 3. Yeah, it's a little wonky. Okay, so if I have to bring this out further, then that means I need to scale it down. I haven't actually seen that every single time. Most of the time it doesn't happen with that scaling bug. So I'm actually a little bit surprised. Actually, hold on. Instead of that one, let's do this one. And come down here. This is some interesting music. Let's see, and make it all come out of the middle. And reach out in all directions. Let's go like this. It's mostly going to be focused on the gap in the middle because the rest of it's not going to be as visible. I'm going to put a thinner panel there because these panels are too thick, which means I can't make them look good. They just refuse to look good. So I'm going to come down here to, or not up, down, up. Let's see. Where it either overscales or not at all. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. City props. Okay, there's a section called panels. There's also, what is it, railing? Railings are really good for this sort of thing because it kind of... Okay, I know that this one doesn't have any texture change, but basically it'll look a little bit more like this panel. I don't know, maybe not. There's not really all that much texture on this one. I gotta find something that's really low texture, but has something that looks similar. You know what I mean? If I want to do it. But I do like the idea of the railing, and the reason being because, you know, it will have the it'll have that sort of like support structure on the inside. It'll look kind of like hinges. Actually, you know what? I could actually just do this. I could literally just plop down anything I want inside of these. Oof. This is the railing that scales weird, isn't it? To go wider, you have to do both directions. But basically I can put this down myself and fill this in. And then once I've got this sort of filled in like this, I can then place them on, to my heart's content, on the one over. You know what I mean? And make it to where it is open and busted. like something like this. You see what I mean? And then the bottom one can be straight up broken off and bent. And like off hinge, like off kilter sort of with its hinge, where it would be tilted a little bit to the side and a little bit diagonal, and kind of like this, like it's gotten a little bit broken open. And what is that going on? Oh, that's, I never deleted that one apparently. And we would be looking at something a little bit like this. Let me read your messages in a second. And by making them sort of deeper, since I'm adding the panels on here, I might as well make them all the same depth actually, for the greater panel around it. Something like that. You see what I mean? So I can make like one that's open, one that's not. Okay, let me read all that. Oh, okay, I just missed one. Just testing the VOD from a minute ago, and still no music playing, so that's good. At least it's working. Yes, exactly. That's fantastic. Basically, one of the things I had to do, I'll actually show you how I have it set up, is that right now, infinite streams, I've got webcam that's actually pulling from my microphone because my webcam is set up to, instead of using its own microphone, pull from here. I've got infinite audio capture that's literally pulling Halo Infinite's audio, and then I've got the music limited, and that's pulling specifically from that window of Chrome. So if I open another window of Chrome, it won't pull from that other window. So I can still control what audio gets played fairly easily, at least to an extent. So that should work. That means that whenever, of course, I bring up Discord, it's not pulling any audio from Discord at all, so I can play this all day long and I can hear it, but this won't be playing anything for you. You know what I mean? So theoretically, you can't hear this at all, at least in theory. And then the VOD, of course, is this one. This one is excluded from the VOD, so it's only the other two. So yeah, that does mean that if we ever do a Barney night again, we're gonna you guys won't be able to hear it unless I alter how it's working. But yeah. So what do you think of this kind of thing on the walls? And then like I can of course do like I can grab something like this and like actually make some like flood tentacles coming straight out of the side of it or something like that, and reaching over and going over to the next one over. You see what I mean? And basically I can just put this in. I can do that, have like some tentacles seen through with some fleshiness. Obviously it's not even set to look like flesh yet. It just looks like dirt. But effectively, I guess I would have to do like what, some like pink flesh and stuff like that. Something probably like this one, but then like I go to like 0.3 to like make it super. Well, no, that's too pink. 0.1, and then some like, I don't know. I'll have to reverse engineer how other people are doing it too. What's going on? Is that someone calling me? No, it's weird. Okay. Alright, let's see. Now I want to play Kenna again. Yeah. That is what happens whenever you end up turning on music from a game that you haven't played in a long time. Like Medieval 2 Total War music always makes me want to play Medieval 2 Total War. I think that fleshiness isn't good enough because the rock is too... I need green. That's what I need. I need like maybe muddy grass. Yeah, and then shift it pink, and then have some green in there. That looks like flood. There we go. That's looking a lot more like flood, and it matches the roots a little bit to feel a little bit fleshy. Yeah. So as you can see, this could be a cool wall, and basically what I would do is just implant it into what the concrete that's already here, and delete the concrete or flatten it a little bit, so that wherever it is, it would work. So I can do this kind of like, for example, right here or over here or something like that, and make it work out pretty nicely. Like over here, we've got these kinds of things. Maybe over here they had more like plant life. The old style was like they had like containers with plants inside of them or whatever. Or something to that effect, or biological life of some kind for food. You know what I mean? And oxygen, that kind of thing. and that has been infested by the flood. So theoretically, it could look like something like this and actually be lined up pretty nicely with this spot. And then I would just embed it into the wall. I'm gonna have to make it scale and stuff like that. I'm just like, something like this would be pretty cool looking, I think. And then having the red light flash across it like that, periodically. Obviously there's gonna be another red light with this one. In fact, this kind of makes, if I did keep this ceiling the way it is, it kind of makes a good spot for the red that actually will, oh, you know what, the light itself is up here. Right. I was wondering why it wasn't actually shining any light, and then I realized that, yeah, I had it set up different. Okay. Which will actually shine up into the room above it, too. You see what I mean? Like, if I put it right at the lip there, there should be some light flashing up here as well, which would be pretty cool. Did I turn it around? Like, what did I do here? Why is this flashing in the wrong direction? Oh, it's just most of it is hitting that and becoming a shadow there. I need to adjust when it hit. I think whenever it casts shadows, it needs to be brought up. You know, the shadow start distance. I probably need to bring that to like 3 to make sure it doesn't like cause shadows to where it won't come to the floor. There we go, much better. Let's see. What do you think about this? Oh, I missed a piece, didn't I? Yeah, this was supposed to be the bottom piece here. There we go. Something to this effect, not necessarily this yet. Whenever I scale it, whenever I actually do scale it, what I can do, for example, is make it to where this, let's see, I could start on this side, so I have a little bit of concrete around here. That would be kind of cool looking, I think. Be better. I can bring this up to like that height. Actually, I'd want to bring it up tall enough that this area clears the stairs. So I would need to make it, I need to pull it out and snap it to the back side so I can see where it clears the stairs. So the upper one, let's bring it down to like a little bit less fast, the scaling. Ooh, I like that detail work being visible above the step. So I kind of like this. Actually, wherever it is would be cool to where that border right there is right flush with that, I think. So let's go up, back up again. And I guess I just happened to nearly eyeball it perfectly before. And then what I can do is figure out these, like halfway to here. I don't know why I didn't just line it up. Let's see. I really gotta know, like I haven't been able to have Ripshade in stream in a while, and I kind of feel like I wish that I could get his feedback more directly, you know what I mean? But I guess he just doesn't, he's not worried about it. I assume that he's not as worried about it because he's liking the way it's going, so in which case it doesn't really matter if he's in stream right away all the time and he can you know, do his thing. I'm just randomly mumbling, randomly thinking out loud. Okay, so and then we can do this. That also didn't line up correctly for some reason. I assume it's because I have so many objects in the way. And then that should line up pretty well to the edge there. I don't like that. That's no good. And also that's no longer lining up with it. Okay, so we gotta adjust our height. Because we need this. Okay, so what if we adjust it to where the gray piece is at the bottom? In which case these panels would be much larger on the wall. They go all the way to the roof now. Okay, let's go to the roof then. Let's just go all the way to the roof and see how this works. How this looks. Hopefully people prefer this this music style where we have the ability to actually play other music instead of just this. Now it's really big panels, and I'm not sure if this is the way I want to go anymore. It's too tall. I don't know. You know it might work. Flip it over. Do it this way. I don't think there's anything written on this one. There's a logo right there, and it's way stretched. Okay, okay, we gotta bring this back down and flip it over. Let's try this. And then above this, I can do whatever up here. But this is the part where we need to We do something that's kind of interesting down here. So this is actually going to be lined up behind that line. So I need to see, actually... Here, I'm going to do this. Just to see what it'll look like without that there. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. So before I line it up, we know that that doesn't look terrible. Okay. In which case it might be good over this way too. This clipping may not be a problem. I'm not sure anymore. Let's see. What's this thing's height again? Let's just try this, because I might have jumped the gun. Let's try this again and see how it turns out. If we put this into the wall, like back here, I'll just do it there and see what that looks like. Then it'll look like not too bad. Yeah, I think I like that. That'll work. Again, want to undo anything just in case I need to redo it later. And that'll give us our double wall here. And I think this is a cool way to go, I think. What do you think, Aaron? I know it looks goofy as fuck right now, but if you can envision what I'm talking about. We could go, okay, on the x-axis. Nope, wrong direction. The y-axis needs to go back until it kind of... That might be the best spot, so there's no gap between there. That would look good, I think. We can delete these original ones, and I can reuse these. And I guess this can delete, and yeah, we've got this up here, so I can delete that one as well. And that one, and that one, and that one. And, oh, there's another one. I thought there was two. I thought that was the other two. Okay, here we go. Now, if we bring this down, we can make concrete above this, or we can do some other stuff up here, which might be cool. One thing that might be interesting is sort of connecting it in with like this kind of thing going on up here. Put some more tunnel work up here with more grading and like more flood up there and the red light flashing. Hold on, food. Oh, okay. I don't know when you sent that. I might have just been really late to catching that, but yeah. I think this width is no longer correct. We need to go a little bit wider now, and also height, definitely height. And actually, we gotta do it on this one because it needs to be angled with the actual panels instead of being open. I need to make sure these don't end up becoming climbing points, like clamber points, because if you can somehow stand on these, that would be a problem. So they definitely need to be recessed a bit. Okay. And they are the correct color already for the marine green, so I kind of like that too. Let's we're losing the ability to move properly. There we go. So this one's going to be closed and sort of held shut by the flood tentacles. The other one is going to be more, you know, exposed and infested. Let's do that. Bring it all the way down to there. We gotta go to the front one, snap that in there. That should be good. Did it line up correctly? No. That looks way farther away than the top. Okay, so this is not a squared hole, or I need to stretch down all the way to that line. I thought the top line was where I had to go. Yes? You what? What? I can't make out what you're saying. Gardening tools? You want the gardening tools? Outside. Are y'all playing outside? Then yeah, you can have the gardening tools. You need to get the key from my top drawer of my dresser to open the shed. Okay. Alright. Let's see. So now, we have a little bit more room to stretch this because actually we can, whenever I made this taller, it kind of changed where the angles hit. So we've got enough room to, whoa. I swear. Okay, we're gonna go with that speed of scale. This should work because the hinge will hide that corner, I believe, because they'll end up clipping inside of each other. This also means the tentacles will be much larger in here, and I like that a lot too. I don't know if this looks floody enough to you guys, but I think it does to me. I think it looks pretty good. Let's see, let's reach out of the panels just a bit, like that. And then whenever we put our new panel there, we can angle it so that it doesn't clip, and it does look pretty solid. Yeah, see, like this. This can't be a clamber point. This is very important that I make sure that this is not a clamber point. Let's see. Here we go. Make some flood-looking stuff. Tentacles can kind of be recessed into the fleshy wall, so we're good there. Might need to be a little bit more red. Whoa. Oh, I don't know what just happened, but that is not supposed to happen. I might be having some kind of network issue. I'm a little worried that I have to close the game and reopen it, because we were having the trouble with the scaling thing starting to happen, which doesn't always happen. Whenever it does happen, it's a kind of an indicator. Whenever those kinds of things start, it's kind of an indicator that there's a problem. I can put, you know, team blockers on here to make sure people can't stand on them if I need to. But this is only going to be slightly rougher geometry. It won't have those big boxes up there. I might be able to put something up there that is akin to those large boxes. The large round pieces on the other one. But yeah. Fleshy bits. Let's see. Okay. And now we go over here with this one. And we get a good sort of wrap of these tentacles. It's not really up against the wall because I just had to tilt it. I think what I actually want to do is make it thicker, because that'll change, hopefully, how it bumps up over. There we go. That looks pretty good. Hopefully you can't stand on that. Yeah, it's still doing that. Well, once I have an actual wall there to block you, hopefully that won't be a problem, but we definitely need to adjust this somehow. Maybe a little bit further in. We'll fix it. Yes, I know. I see you. I see what you're doing. You don't have to keep going. Let's see. It's good. It's fine. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Food is what you were saying. Okay, I'm not knowing if this is gonna be quite good yet because it's doing that weird clamor thing. It looks like it's somehow bugging out. It's not even animating the clamor. It's just sort of making me go up, which is a little weird. We'll figure that out as we go, though. This is a good start, I think. What I had in mind up here to sort of mirror this kind of thing is actually, where is it? City. Where is it? City props. This one. I really like this one. This is a cool theme that I've never heard before. I like it. I was thinking about putting some of these on the wall over there, and then making like stuff coming out of the vents or something. Not this big. There are other ones to put up here though. That is too thick. Oh, you know what? I use this in other places in the map, and I was using them for part of the... Yeah, that's probably not the way to go. I'm using them up here for like part of the duct work for like air ventilation. So let me go ahead and delete that one and put something else here. I think I want a, I know exactly what I'm thinking now. I think it's in UNSC though. UNSC section. This wouldn't be terrible somewhere. I like the pipes on the side, you know, you can really use those in wall pieces. And then the computer terminal, very useful. I might consider keeping this around somewhere and putting it inside of something, like maybe back here, maybe something else, not sure. But yeah, I'll consider that one. Let's see. But the real thing I was looking for was, there's this piece, what's this one? That one's not bad. I like this one a lot. It's got like the ladder built onto it and stuff, but no, that's not what I'm looking for. These concrete blocks, by the way, I forgot I was going to do these. Let me, really quick, concrete column. I was looking for these the other stream. I'm going to really quickly place down a couple of them and then drag them off to the room I was thinking about using them in, because I got really heavily sidetracked. And then, and also, by the way, one other thing that I keep on needing to worry about is sometimes I forget things that we talk about, me and Ripshade. So if there was a style we talked about in a previous stream, and I'm not doing it, it's not because I didn't go, nah, I'm just not gonna do that. It's because I probably forgot about it. So if I said something, or Ripshade said something, and I need to remember it, please do remind me. Anyone who's on there. It is not because I'm trying to avoid it. But anyway, I want this column here. This piece is just a regular cube. I would love a plus-shaped column there instead, and sort of create a slightly more dynamic connection to this ramp, where the ramp will continue up on the sides, and then this piece will be in the middle, and it'll go up, and that's what I was kind of going for. So I'm going to leave it there while I go back over here and finish this area, because I'm about to have to get off anyway, so I need to be able to do some work. Okay, data tower is not what I'm going for. That would be cool. Let's see, floor machine would be cool, but that's not what I was thinking. I'm just looking at it a bit. I'd probably attach it to the wall like this instead of putting it on the floor. This is very cool music. Floor podium. We've used that other places. It might work, but it's not. Probably not what we're going for. This would work. It even has a bit of a sort of like attached to the wall slope there. You know what I mean? Which would possibly work. So I might do more than one piece here, just to get. There's the gantry crane I was talking about that animates, that I wanted to that I was talking about in the last stream. There's the wall generator, wouldn't be terrible either. But I am actually trying to go for, if I can frickin' find it, there is a piece, large UNSC pillar, that's it, large wall module. This piece is what I was going for. I think this would have a very similar sort of like squared off version vibe as these, because it kind of is like rounded but goes to a flat panel up there, rounded into a dome down here. Very similarly, this has flat up there and sort of angled into a triangle down here. So visually it will feel like it's like the same thing but different generation of tech, you know what I mean? So we might be able to pull off a cool visual style similarity, and then we can do something involving flood infestation. Oh, don't do that. It's not going to undo the scaling. Gosh, I hate that. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I pressed the A button. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of weird lag. I'm pressing the A button, and you can probably hear it clicking on the microphone. There's some slight lag where it's not actually going into the scaling thing immediately, like I'm pressing it, and then as soon as it messes up. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so if I did something like this that involved a sort of similar repeating pattern here to sort of communicate the same thing as what's over there, or like an older version, and obviously you need to drastically change the coloring to match this side of the base. I would say if these are going to be up on, depending on what we have it on, I might recolor this later, is what I was going to say, is that sometimes we have a situation where I would want UNSC green, right? And I think that might be a good idea, because if we were on concrete, I would want to put some color on it. So UNSC green and some yellow, that sounds great. But if we end up changing it and the wall is green like this deep, deep green or something like that, I might change what color green this is to match how we've been doing it. But But anyway, if I do the wall like this, then that green in front of it would look kind of weird, as it does over here. So depending on how the wall actually looks will change how these look. I might actually even go out of my way to pick that color green, because it feels like a darker, duller sort of green. I'm not even sure which one it is. Like, how do you even find that? I don't even know. Is it this one, but with lower value? Maybe? Not that low. Yeah, I think it is. Let's go with 0.8. It's close. It's very close. It's not quite as dark as it should be, but... Oh, wait, is it... Hold on. Is it this one? No, that one's too bluish. I'm not sure. Okay, I think that YouTube video just ended. That music that we were listening to before. Yeah, we'll go back to my music. To the Doom music. Okay, anyway. Yeah, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with the coloring, and it might be something involving green. I might just have to change this one's green to be something that I can actually match, because it's heavy. Aluminum heavy is not green like this normally. Is it gray and there's some kind of lighting shift? Maybe it is just gray, and it's just the Unicy aluminum heavy. No, this is the same thing, aluminum heavy. So it should be the same color. This one has aluminum heavy white, so it's not even that. Okay, this is definitely having one of those things where I bet if we change it to white and then we get 0, it'll go boom, and there. Now it says no color applied and it's aluminum heavy white. So if we now switch this to just aluminum heavy, oh look, it changed because of that. Okay, aluminum heavy, and then we go literally any color, and we go 0, and there. Now it's just set to the aluminum heavy color. Alright, let's do that up here as well, and set this to, yeah, I guess anything, and then 0. Why are they still not the same color? That's so weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah? You want to go play Spider-Man? Yes, okay. Okay, I'll come help you with that. Give me a minute. Yes, and you need to be patient, buddy. It's okay. I know. Just a minute, buddy. I know. It's being a very... Let's see. Okay, buddy. 1 second, okay? You need to give me time. You gotta give me a second, buddy. Whenever you ask for something, you can't just keep asking over and over. It's more polite to ask once, and then whenever they say, okay, just a second, then you gotta wait. It's not gonna be a long wait. I just have to be with do the thing, buddy. Okay, well, I gotta get going, clearly. Aaron is off and away, unfortunately. I will be probably gone by the time he gets back. Because I think I'm gonna get off now. So this is maybe a little bit more interesting, this piece. And if I were to put it onto the wall there, buddy, stop. If I were to put it onto the wall, it would look maybe a little bit more like this, which might be cool. Not sure. It might be cool because it would look like these like lower down, and then you have access to them, which I could then put like 1 or 2 of them like make something. I hear you, buddy. You can't keep going like this. No, you have to stop. You've got to stop. You need to stop. No, you need to stop. No, you need to stop. You need to learn to be a little bit more patient. I know you want to play Spider-Man. I'm going to turn it on for you, but you have to wait. It's okay. So, anyway, I could probably put some of these cylinders, like, make a cylinder that's sort of poking down a little more, and sort of put it in position to look like one of the other ones. If I can make them all, if I can make something that looks almost identical, and sort of, like, make it look like it's poking down, then, or actually identical, then that would be cool. And I could sort of make it look like a like they sort of like it's broken halfway and then sort of put some tentacles around it or something and make it look really cool. Yeah, I'm just looking at how I can make these machines look like they're active and in actually in use, like how these things could open. And then I've got it all over flooded, basically. A little bit of flooding out. I kind of want to put something down here because that looks a little iffy. Like a good double tentacle scaled way down could cover that gap, the little bit of area, and look like it's coming through the hinge. And I think that doing, oh, that's not what I wanted. Something like this will get that across very nicely. I really do need to, you know, touch bases with Ripshade. I feel like, because I haven't chatted with him as much lately. But I hear you. I know, still the same about this stuff, because I want to know what he thinks about this, because I've been going for a while without his feedback, and I don't want to ruin his map if I do something that he really hates. And he was especially questionable about the flood stuff, so it would be good to touch bases with him and hear from him. Okay, this double one may not work simply because getting them both to clip through at the right angle is harder than getting just one. So I'll probably just put one in where this one is and basically do this. So imagine this, but without the clipping down here. And it'd be like that. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool, I think. I want to know what Ripshade's thinking about this and how cool this is. The Doom music playing in the background, having this flood-infested area is kind of cool, not gonna lie. And then, yeah, coming over here feels very, you know, clean, crisp, and Star Trek. Anyway, I gotta get going, like I said 1,000 times. I'll catch you guys next time.